So, ta-da, your blonde bombshell is back, and we're going to do some more question and answers. My microphone, of all things, has gone missing, so I went old school, picked up my hairbrush. It does the same thing. Now, I believe we are on question and answer. Let me see here. I'm old, so it takes me a while. When you get old, that's what happens. 48. That's right. We're on question and answer 48. Now, here we go. We got some good ones here. Do you have a fear of insects, and which kind? Yes. I would say spiders. They scare me a lot. Not just a little, but I'm freaking, I'll run. That's the main one that scares me the most, though. Would you rather wear tight or loose pants? I believe that if you're wearing very tight pants, like these leggings, they're advertising. Now, I'm old-fashioned, I know. But when you get a certain weight like myself, you don't go out there and wear these tight-fitting clothes. Although if you're Conway Twitty and you're going on a date with somebody that can sing like Conway Twitty and sing tight-fitting jeans, you better be wearing some tight-fitting jeans. Okay. Do you sleep naked or in pajamas? Obviously, I sleep in pajamas. What jewelry do you like to wear, and what do you like not to wear? I used to have earrings, and I had up to 3 holes on each ear. But as I got older and, I work with headset, it bothered me. So now I have no earrings. What do I like to wear? I miss the days of getting all glammed up with a necklace and earrings and even a bracelet sometimes. But it's been a long time since those days have been around. But what do I not like to wear? There's not much. I don't wear ankle bracelets. I don't do those. I don't wear toe rings. I think they're stupid. Other than that, and I don't wear anything in my nose. So, what are your landmarks in your life? Like certain buildings, stores, things you see every day. A landmark in my life would be a restaurant called Po Folks, which I wish we had still here in Illinois. And one day, when I either adopt my kids, or the day that I find out I'm going to be able to adopt, I'm going to have a gotcha day, and we're going to go down to Po Folks, whether it's in Florida or Alabama, one of those states, and we're going to eat at a Po Folks. Another store that would be a landmark to me, there was a Hills up in Decatur, Illinois, and we would go there to get like Atari games and stuff like that. And then it went out of business, and I miss that store definitely. Another store that I had fun at when I was a kid, Toys R Us. Who did not have fun at that store? I mean, it was just a big moment. We would get to go to Toys R Us because we're a Toys R Us kid, And we had K's merchandise. We had the catalog. We got to catalog shop. Kmart, You kids will have no idea someday how much the internet has actually stolen from us kids. What do you see from your bedroom window? Well, this window over here, my desk is like so massive that it sits in front of it, so I never open that window. This window over here, my bed is there, and then the window. So I get to look out the backyard and see what's going on in the backyard, which usually is much of nothing. At what temperature do you best like the house? 72 degrees or lower. I kid you not. I could live in the ice box, the freezer during the summer months, because I get very hot. Have you ever ground your teeth? Yes, in fact, I think that's what cost me my tooth, honestly, if you want the God's honest truth, but because my stress, I take it out on myself, so. Does your mind ever go blank in the middle of doing something? Yes. Quite often. I'll just have it will be like all of a sudden just, what was I saying? I have that a lot. Are you quick or slow at making a witty reply? That's something I wish I could just be like at a drop of a hat. But no, I've always been slow at making a witty reply, especially when it's a bully or bully situation. I should be quick on the target. But usually I go home and I overthink it and I'm like, you know what? Why didn't I say that when I had the opportunity? And it's too late because opportunity passed. What things do you always make time for? Family. And when you get older, you realize how important family is because graves don't talk back. What is your sexiest feature? I used to say my smile, but now that I'm missing a bottom tooth, I don't think it's my smile. I don't know that I have a sexy feature anymore. I feel like I'm just not as sexy as I once was. My self-confidence has taken a major blow. What are the best reasons for getting married? Obviously, being in love. Obviously, thinking that there's just nobody else in the whole entire world that will do. And you just know that when you're with that person, they complete you. That they're the missing piece to your puzzle. That they are just the be-all, end-all, and you can't do anything without them. Finish this sentence. Marriages and significant long-term relationships are meant to... Marriages and significant long-term relationships are meant to supposedly last. Do you believe it is possible to be with one man after marriage for the rest of your life? You know, I'm not one of these that you get married just because you're in Vegas. Some would say, well, Donna, you've been virtually married twice. Well, let me throw this back at you. Have you ever made a mistake? I know that the years that I spent with Mike was good for one thing. It taught me to look for signs of dishonesty. It taught me to look for, when a guy says something, he should back it up. And all that time he kept saying, I'm going to be there. You know, the next wedding we have is going to be for real, face-to-face and in person. We never even met face-to-face in person. You know, we would talk via text, via Yahoo Messenger, but we never got to, we talked a few times on the phone, yes. But, you know, other than that, there was no real life wedding, you know. And I have a wedding dress over here, you know, that I honestly thought was going to get to be used. But when you get so depressed, you put it up for sale and hope for the best. Which, by the way, I still have a wedding dress up for sale because obviously some girls don't always get the greatest bunch of grapes, even if they think they are. Anyway, do you consider yourself a romantic? I used to be. I say that because I don't think love exists. It's for the lucky. It's for the beautiful. It's for the size 0. It's for the girls who party, the girls who are easy, everything that I'm not. When a couple breaks up, does it mean one of the parties have failed? You know, some say that I've taken my breakups too hard. I say that each part has failed in that relationship when a breakup happens. Obviously, communication was a barrier somehow, but more importantly, no one is ever 110% right and 0% wrong. I believe that when a couple breaks up, it is equal 50-50 and maybe even 10% another reason. So, you know, that's the way I learned to look at it. Sorry. What do you think of arranged marriages? In other countries, we can't judge how they set up marriages. But here in the USA, we have the right not to do the arranged marriage. But I would say, even though that we have married at first sight now, I don't think that those marriages are set out to really last. I know that they base them off of chemistry, of scientific stuff on Married at First Sight, but honestly, do you honestly think those are built to last or built to make good TV? There's your argument. What was the largest age difference you had in a relationship? Mike. Mr. 8.5 years. We had 8 years difference. I was older. He was younger. Cougar. But honestly, it was a learning experience, as every relationship is. You learn from your mistakes, and you try and just go, I'm not going to repeat that same mistake again. Do you think more, fewer, or the same number of cheating on a spouse compared to 5 or even 10 years ago? I think there is more than definitely 5, and probably twice as more compared to 10. Why is that? Because men, I know I can't shelf it all on men because there's some women out there who cheat too. Most men, I would say, are not satisfied after 7 years. It's that 7-year itch. And they look for a way out. And the easiest way out is to cheat. That is 20 questions. You got to stay tuned because we got to come back and do another 20 questions.